Hello, welcome to episode 4 of Take Me Down a Rabbit Hole. Wait a little bit, people get trickled in, and then we're going to get started. So there's a lot going on in the world today. Hey, Miss Sarah, how are you doing today? A lot going on in the world this week. I just don't know if I can handle it all. But I feel like I knew that this was all coming about, but I think it's still baffling to see what time that we're in. So I am ready to get things kick-started. Like I said, I'm gonna wait a few minutes just for people to get settled in. How has your week been? Hello, hello, Freddie B. Y'all have a good week. Working hard, staying out of trouble. So what I hear is that a lot of people have been getting in trouble, getting phone calls, getting emails even about the things that they've been talking about on, or I should say, in these YouTube streets. My week was pretty good. I've been just trying to stay as productive as possible. Yep, just working on some new things. Excited about it. Trying to stay sane about it. So yeah, I appreciate you asking, but yeah, it's been really good. It's been really good. So, okay, so from what I'm hearing, not even just celebrities, but big name, I'm sorry, TikTokers and things like that have been getting calls about you know who, Miss BK and her spouse. I'm going to use nicknames. So I have actually been doing a lot of digging around. So one of my favorite things to do on social media is go to the comment section because y'all have all of the knowledge in the comment section. So somebody hit me on a channel called BJ Investigates, I think it's BJ Investigates. And she was going through all of these lawsuits that she has seen that have been brought against BK and sometimes her husband. So I took the liberty of looking up some of them. Now, I'll be honest, a lot of them were about copyright infringement and things like that, which, again, nothing new because we know BK been stealing people's ideas for years. But I came across some pretty interesting ones. And one of them I really wanted to share because, to be honest, it kind of scared me a little bit. So there's this guy by the name of Ephesus Franklin. He claims that, no, I'm not even going to tell you. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you. Let me put this on the screen for you real quick. Okay. So, can y'all see that? So this is the complaint that this guy brought. Now, Ephesus Franklin looks like he's a pretty talented guy in his area. He is from Houston. He's a video director, and he is responsible for doing the slab parades in Houston. So if you're from Houston, you know, riding on slabs is a big thing. You know, candy paint car, all that kind of stuff, Paul Wall, all that Houston stuff. So he's really down with the culture there. And this is what he claims. I hope y'all can see that screen. Okay. So he brings this suit against as you can see, pop star, BK. Okay. Ah, sorry. Let me go. Okay, and so this is what he claims in a nutshell. Ah, sorry, y'all. I'm trying to zoom in because I can't even see it. Okay. And it's not cooperating with me. It's not cooperating. Okay, just a second, y'all. Sorry for the hold up. Now, this is public record. So this is not something that's just made up. This is something that is on public record. So I'm gonna so I hope y'all can see that. And I'm gonna go to my screen so I can see it a little bit better because I can't. Hopefully it doesn't log me out. Okay, so this is what Mr. Franklin had to say. He said, "This is Mr. Ephesus Franklin, the guy who did the slab parade in Houston, Texas with Paul Wall and Slim Thug. Beyonce Knowles filmed her video No Angel at the Slab Parade 2014. Unknowingly, I had no idea my grandmother's house, 1109 Wilson, was put at the start of Beyonce Knowles' music video No Angel. Several videos were being filmed. Paul Wall mentioned it was Beyonce Knowles filming, but it wasn't brought to my awareness that she would use my resources that much the way she used them. My driveway, my neighborhood, my family members, and friends for her video. I wasn't aware because I was promoting." Still with me? Okay. It says Beyonce's music video has been deadly, bold, and costly too much. I was put on several of her video links without my consent. I don't know Beyonce Knowles. 8 murders have occurred to people from her music video No Angel, and I have all the evidence. Beyonce Knowles shows her obsession in the No Angels video. She lays on the couch and shows a film veneration for Mr. Ephesian Franklin, putting me on all her music video links, posting right next to my post on Instagram numerous times. I screenshot how desperate she is after me. She put a chart with a Valentine's date on it with her music video with my car on it. Okay, so then he goes on to say, now, I know these are pretty hard to see. They're black and white photos. Now, I hadn't seen the No Angel video. I did look at it to do my little research. I watched it on mute, so I don't even know how the song sounds. But the very top one is a screenshot from her music video. She's laying on a couch, and this is what he has to say. Here recently at the same house, it had to be remodeled because of the damages. My grandmother's house, Mr. Ephesian Franklin, moved in by himself, 1109 Wilson. Sorry, this is run on sentences. June 2020, 10 months ago. Beyonce Knowles haunts the house with desperate obsession with Mr. Ephesian Franklin, using an immaterial demon format Sasha Fierce, she calls herself. You can clearly see her standing in my house with her format Sasha Fierce. The house at the start of the music video, No Angel. She possesses the girl Shamika and made her do bizarre actions. So Then he shows a picture of the slab. Again, this is him at the bottom. And then he goes on to show some. I really didn't understand what the significance was of that, but again, he goes on to say, her own drummer, Kimberly Thompson, filed the same complaint of intense enchantment. Beyonce knows desperate obsession even has parade on top of the image with her net worth taunting my slap parade. She put in her music video, No Angel with crazy obsession. Okay, so that's what he's saying. So the website, I guess when you research it, she has parade up there, which is the same name for his slab event that he holds every year. Okay, and then he has the lyrics to No Angel. Now, again, I don't listen to Beyonce, but let me read you the lyrics to the Snow Angel real quick. It says, verse 1, baby, put your arms around me. Tell me I'm the problem. No, I'm not the girl you thought you knew and that you wanted. Underneath the pretty face is something complicated. I come with a side of trouble, but I know that's not what I know that's not why you're staying. Chorus, because you're no angel either, baby. Because you're no angel either, baby. Verse 2, no, I'm not an angel either, but at least I'm trying. I know I drive you crazy, but would you rather that I be a machine? Who doesn't notice when you're late or when you're lying? I love you more than who I thought you were before, because I'm no angel either, baby. And then she goes on to keep on saying that. She asking, do you want to ride? I don't know. I don't know what she's talking about. Ride what? Then she says, ride around town, H-Town. Keep those candles in your bed. No need for the spell. Stop acting so scared. Just do what I tell. Okay. And then she goes on talking about legs behind the back. So she's claiming how she's not an angel. Then he goes on to say, in the lyrics to the song, she states she comes with a side of trouble and she knows she drives you crazy. I don't know her or had no idea about how she operates. She basically handed herself over to someone who has no interest in her. Beyonce knows antics are caught in her music video. Mr. Jefferson Franklin is hit in the back as he reaches inside of his vehicle. Paul Wall grabs the side of his head from being struck. The guy by the trunk area frowns up with a strong facial disarray from receiving an infliction. Now, I didn't see any of this stuff in the video. Like I said, I watched it to see what was going on. I didn't see him get busted in the head with nothing. I don't know if there's a separate cut of the video that he's talking about. So I can't speak to that. He does go on to say, while pulling up to the music video set, Mr. Ephesian Franklin was aimed at and had to jump out of his car. More It was cracking. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. Okay, is that better? Okay, so I don't know if y'all, I don't know what you all heard and what you didn't hear. Okay, cool. So yeah, so this guy is just bringing up a lot of deaths. He said there was 8 deaths surrounding just the mere appearance of Beyonce in his area, using his home, and now she won't leave. He said that she has possessed, I guess, one of his girlfriends. I don't know how many he has. He possessed one of his girlfriends and then took on her appearance to look like the girl. This is some crazy, crazy stuff. And you know what? The craziest thing, his case hasn't been dismissed. His case hasn't been dismissed. He filed this back in 2021. So I don't know what to say about this. Again, it sounds like some astral projecting. I saw another lawsuit that was speaking about astral projection. Now, I'll be honest. A lot of the lawsuits kind of sound like these people are ranting almost in an erratic fashion, but they might be scared. It might just sound crazy because it is crazy. It is crazy. So this guy also has books that he's been writing about it. One of the books is called 1116 Wilson, The Devil's Address, and the other one is called Just Go, The Great Deceiver, and they are both about having an encounter with a superstar and pretty much being harassed with witchcraft. So I just wanted to be the one to kickstart that off, take y'all down that rabbit hole. What y'all got for me today? What has been going on? What have y'all been hearing? This is crazy. Okay. So okay, so is anybody from, and I know some people are going to watch this live after it finishes, but is anybody from the DC area? I really just want to know what's going on with the White House. Is it closed or is it not? Anybody that's from the DC area, can anybody confirm whether or not the White House in DC is closed? It's not closed. Okay. Because that's going to be okay. It's not. Okay. So, now I'm wondering. Now I'm wondering. Oh, not from there. Okay. Got you. Got you. Okay. So, the reason why I asked, it's going to be a little bit better to understand when I put this next video together. But have y'all heard the tale of the two constitutions? That pretty much DC is a corporation, and we're just slaves here to make their money. If not, oh, you're from there. It's not closed. Okay. Thank you so much, Greg144, for that information. So I'm gonna have to do some more digging about that because I don't know what these people are talking about then. Um, I don't know what these people are talking about then. Okay. So another one of the cases that I looked at, which really had me a little baffled, and I don't know if any of you guys are, you might not even have to be in a legal field to know this, but one of the cases was a plaintiff by the name of Tina R. Seals, but the defendants in the case were Beyonce, FOB, Blue Ivy Carter, and Sean Jay-Z Carter. Now, I could not find out what FOB meant. And I was looking up Blue Ivy's name, and it doesn't show anything else but that. Now, when you look up FOB Ivy Carter, it'll come up, but it doesn't say why it would be FOB. And the only thing that I could find on it was a legal term called free on board. And free on board applies to the sale of goods and indicates that the purchased property will be placed on board a vessel for shipment, and then it pretty much designates who's going to be responsible for the shipment. Now, I didn't really know what to think about that because, again, I couldn't find any other instances of what FOB could mean. Does anybody know what FOB means? And why would that be applied to a child, number one? And number two, why would it be being applied to Blue Ivy? It just sounded it just sounded like she's a piece of property and she doesn't belong. I don't want to speculate, but it just sounds like she don't belong to one of them. It says when the term FOB, the place of destination, the seller must at their own expense and risk transport the goods to that place. And once there, tender delivery of them in the manner provided. See, like it only talks about vessels and goods. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I could be reaching, but I guess what I'm thinking is the whole idea that she's not Beyonce's. Now, I don't know if I go so far as to believe that it's his mistress's baby, because then we have to believe that the that that the lady gave birth before. No, do y'all know that rumor? Do y'all know the rumor about Kappy White? Okay, so if y'all don't know, Kappy White was a lady. She's been gone for at least 10 years or so now, but she was rumored to be Jay-Z's mistress. Long story short, all of a sudden she passes away from an aneurysm after being seen at a party with Jay-Z, Claudia Jordan, and Diddy. She also got good hair. So it's rumored that this could be the Becky with the good hair. She also ends up dying very, very close to when Blue Ivy was, I'm sorry, when Beyonce announced that she was pregnant with Blue Ivy. When I say it, very, very close proximity. If it was 2 weeks, it was like 2 months. It was something very, very close. But again, in order to believe that that was she's actually Blue Ivy's mother, again, she would have had to maybe cut the baby. Yeah, it's just weird. I don't know if I want to go. Yeah. Now I didn't remember her when it all was going down, but I did see it, I guess, after it happened. And then remember there was the whole thing about Beyonce going on that TV interview and then her stomach folding. So that's where all that's tied up at. So again, I know I'm kind of going around because I'm just kind of trying to think this through. What could FOB mean, and why is that placed in front of Blue Ivy Carter's name? I don't know. So if anybody has, I'm gonna be, of course, doing some digging. There we go. Yeah, it's crazy. And then, not only that, but Beyonce has a song called "Daughter." Let me bring up those lyrics real quick. This is what the lyrics to her song "Daughter" says. It starts off just grimy. Your body laid on these filthy floors. Your bloodstains on my custom couture. Bathroom attendant let me right in. She was a big fan. I really tried to stay cool, but your arrogance disturbed my solitude. Now I ripped your dress and you're all black and blue. Look what you made me do. They keep saying that I ain't nothing like my father, but I'm the furthest thing from the choir boys and altars. If you cross me, I'm just like my father. I'm colder than like Titanic water. So some people are speculating that that is also about old girl. I just don't know. I just don't know. And then it's kind of funny that Richard Lawson, who was married to her mom, the only thing that he's not allowed to talk about at the dissolution of their marriage is Beyonce and Blue Ivy. Not Solange, not Jay-Z, not the cousin, not Beyonce and Blue Ivy. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, quite possibly that song is about her. Because they put all their stuff in their lyrics, all their deeds, all their thoughts, and put it all into the lyrics. So we'll see. Um, we'll see. Now, I think that I don't know. People are just now finding out that she's a witch. She's a real witch, inhabiting people's bodies. Like that's not the first time I've heard about that. Shape shifting, because didn't Orlando Brown talk about her shape shifting and stuff? Like, ugh, stuff is scary. But anyway, I started it off. What else you got? What else we got? Let's see. So I was in once again. I said I was in the comment sections. Let me see what else. Oh, this is one of the comments on BJ Investigates video said, my friend dated Beyonce's guitar soloist and she was being targeted through witchcraft by Bey. She went absolutely mental and sent us faces of death pictures to our phones and was threatening to unalive herself. Now, oh, so and then somebody asked what was faces of death. And then she goes on to say it's a video of people dying that used to be rented out at video stores. She sent us pictures of actual people dying. It was horrific. Now, I don't know whose deaths these were. I don't know if these were at parties, like snuff party type of stuff. I don't know, but that's just what someone said. Yeah, about her being a witch. I know. And then she got dismissed. She got dismissed real quick. And this is another thing that I've been noticing, because if y'all are on my Patreon, y'all know that I've been doing the blasphemy of Jay-Z, and we've been going through some of his allegations as well. And of course, Beyonce is on there. But one of the things that I've noticed with a lot of these lawsuits, because I've been looking them up, they get dismissed so easily, and then they just give a blatant, oh, it's a frivolous lawsuit. But now, can some of these be frivolous? Absolutely. I just don't think everybody's lying. I just don't think everybody's lying and saying the same thing. Not even the same thing, just kind of around the same things that witches are known to do. Yeah, Faces of Death is old school. Yeah. Okay, so we probably around the same age, because I remember yeah. I can't believe that thing was a real thing. I can't believe that. Yeah. Yeah. But Beyonce's drummer said that Beyonce had killed her cat, and that she was, manifesting and all that kind of stuff. And this is another thing that I noticed, that if you don't, because a lot of what these people are saying is, if I did not comply with such and such, then this is when the problems came. Well, Mr. Franklin said the problems came just letting her in the house. Like, she came in demon possessing people, just coming in the house. So I don't know, but I just don't think these are all lies. And it just sounds a lot like astral projection, a lot of what these people are saying. And a lot of these are closed. I'm going to do my best to keep trying to get into them, but a lot of these cases, like, they won't even let you download the petition. So I don't know what's in them, what's being said, but my mind. My mind. Yep. So let's see what else. Y'all quiet tonight. Y'all quiet. Yeah. She no ain't. I guess not. I guess not. But I think a lot of people are starting to listen to a lot of the old videos and stuff that came out. Mm-hmm. Now, what I don't know. But do you think these bloggers and stuff, do you think these TikTokers and stuff that are getting phone calls and emails, and the Jason Lee's out there? I don't know. Jason Lee, I don't know. He might. Yeah. Have I listened to the Aaliyah Beyonce connection? Absolutely. Absolutely. Because another thing that people say is that any time that there's competition, even with Jay-Z or Beyonce, then people get offed. And everybody knows who Aaliyah was. I don't want to say what a lot of the other sites are saying, because it just sounds like we're reiterating the same thing. But Aaliyah really was that girl. She was beautiful. She could dance. She could sing. Fashion. I don't know. I wouldn't say icon, but Tommy Hilfiger and all those people had her modeling for them. She was that girl, and she was only getting better. Then you hear how Jay-Z wanted her at the same time Dame Dash wanted her, and they were both vying for her, and then Dame ended up with her, and next thing you know, Aaliyah's gone. And if y'all saw that 106 in Park episode, I feel like if I click off this, they're gonna try to on 106 in Park. Yeah, Jason Lee said he ain't scared of them. I know, right? On 106 in Park, Mary J. Blige said that it was a spiritual murder. She said from what she found out. So it sounded like she had been asking questions too, or it sounded like people had been talking about it and she had heard. So that it was a spiritual murder. Those are some heavy words. And that she was cut down in the prime of her life. Now, I also now Aaliyah is a tricky situation because remember Aaliyah's last video was Queen of the Damned. And we talked about the Akashic records and what all that means. And if I'm not mistaken, I remember Aaliyah saying that she slept like, did she say she slept in a coffin or something like that at one time? She was talking about how she likes really, really dark things. And if I'm not mistaken, she said she slept in a coffin and stuff. So I don't think she was, I'm not going to say she was innocent. I'm not going to put it on her like she was all into what these other people were into, but I don't know if she was innocent. She might have been into some dark things. But I also think she was a sacrifice. Now, for who, I don't know. For who, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, Mary J has been laying real low, and Mary J is best friends with Diddy. She been with him for a minute. He produced the 411 album. I think he produced another album when she came out that had dropped years after that. They had came back together. She's been laying real low, and she knows what's going on. Does anybody remember Danny Boy from Death Row Records? Look up Danny Boy's interviews. That man drops a lot of information. A lot of information. He talks about he doesn't drop names as far as the R&B singers he was sleeping with, but he's a gay R&B singer. He talks about getting with the gay R&B singers of the industry. He talks about sleeping with Mary J. Blige when he was underage, and also said that she told him that she had to suck a lot of D. She's been sucking a lot of D in this industry. She's had to suck a lot of them. Now, I don't know if she meant literally or she just meant like they got her on her, like metaphorically, they got her on her knees. I don't know. Yeah, Mary, he was telling on everybody, but I haven't seen anybody, bring her into the light about it. But yeah, yeah, dropping a lot of information. So he's a person that doesn't hold back. I'll say that. I don't know if he's gonna start dropping names, but um, about him and Tupac, that's kind of hard, right? Because I get so many mixed I've seen so many people say different things about Tupac. Some people say he wasn't down like that. Some people say he was. Remember how he was outing like Dr. Dre, saying he don't know what he want to do. He don't know if he want to, eat. So I don't want to get too vulgar, but he don't know if he want to eat the cat or the dog. I'll just say it like that. And that while Tupac wanted to work on music, Dr. Dre was into that funny business. So it's hard to say, but they say that a lot of people say that he went through the rituals because remember the bathtub picture? Oh man, I wish I could put some of this stuff. Let me try to put this stuff on the screen. I just don't want it to start echoing and stuff if I get on my laptop and show these. But I feel like I don't want to just talk about things. I gotta show you all this stuff. So Tupac is in a bathtub with gold chains. Tupac gold chains. And they were saying that he had to go through that, or that he did go through that because of that picture. Yeah, they try to say he's zesty. Oh, see, you said it before I could even see what your comment was, Freddie B. I was gonna say they claimed that he was a little zesty um at a time. Now I don't know if they're just saying that because he was a backup dancer or what. Because he never came off. I don't know. I guess when I started seeing him, he was already thug life. You know what? That's crazy. In the bathtub. Oh, there it goes. Okay, let me see if I can. Um, if it starts messing up, I'll get off the laptop. But I just want to see if I can show you all this real quick. Okay, here we go. Let me know if you can still hear me. So that's him right there. Okay, I think it's gonna make me mute it or get back off. Okay, so yeah, those are the pictures that they say. If I have two screens open, it's not gonna listen. Y'all gonna hear the echo. But yeah, that's the bathtub scene that had everybody thinking that he might have got down with the get down. So not really sure. Not really sure. Um, wait, Sarah, what did Sarah say? What are y'all talking about his high school interview? Oh yeah. So I don't know. So I don't know why he would out Dr. Dre if he was doing the same thing. But that's kind of why I think he wasn't into it. But yeah, looking a little suspect. But yeah, but yeah, Danny Boy, if I get back on him, he even, the lady, what's her name? A Jewel. He even was, yeah, you protest. If you protest too much, yeah, I don't know. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I'm glad that just reminded me. Do y'all remember? Did anybody watch Making the Band? The one with um Day 26. The one with Day 26. So that, okay, let me see if I can. So Q from Day 26 starts talking about how he wants to record music, but all they want to do is have sex. And then some of the members from Day 26 are looking kind of shame, like they're kind of quiet, not saying anything. Let's see if I can. Day 26. Okay, I'm gonna try to find that real quick. Yeah, people started putting their head down. Like, I don't know what he's talking about. Some people started laughing, kind of like a nervous laughter, and he was dead serious. And they were saying how, yeah, making the band. They were saying how, like, Willie. Now, I'm not gonna put anything on anybody, but they were noticing how the one guy in particular was extra, extra quiet. Like, put his head down. You couldn't even hardly see his eyes anymore. And he's really been the only one still working. Now, again, I'm not saying that means anything. Oh, I wish they would have just. Let me try to scrub this internet so much. You have to look through so much just to get to these videos. Okay, well, while I look at that, I just saw a story about MJ beat Pac up because Pac was disrespectful to Khadijah, Quincy Jones' daughter. For real? Now, I heard MJ, I heard he had hands, but I know I definitely did not hear about him beating her up. I mean, beating him up. Yeah, that's interesting. But Tupac, I I don't know. I'd be having questions. Like Tupac couldn't whoop him or what? Did he give him a run for his money? Did he at least put up a fight? Okay, I found it. Okay, let me put this back on. Yeah, MJ, he was tall. He was. Yeah, I'm telling you, they said he had hands. He learned how to fight when he was young. And even though he had a high voice, he was not the one. That's what they said. Let me see. Okay, y'all. So I found the Day 26 video. So let me. I hate how. I wish I could just. Okay, so. Sorry, y'all. Let me mute.
Because certain people sign up to get fucked. Certain people sign up to because certain people sign up to get fucked. Certain people sign up to do the job of paying your rent that way. Right. I didn't sign up for that. I felt like not having enough. So now that 4 years later that I have experience and seen Kappy with this summer. Sir, sign up to get fucked. Certain people sign up to do the job. I didn't sign up for that.
Okay. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. Yeah. Mm-mm. So yeah, that's kind of hard to believe, but I don't know. I don't know. Thank you. So I don't know. So I wonder if anybody else from Diddy from making the band is going to speak out. Because Dawn has already came out. Aubrey, has been talking. Freddie P, I think his name was. He's been kind of doing some talking, even letting out the information that the cheesecake was supposedly for Beyonce, who was upstairs. So I wonder if they're going to start talking. I know who's not talking is Babs. Babs, I'm sorry, but if you ever see her on interviews and stuff, shoo-wee. She, she just, I just feel like she's gonna, anywhere where she can remain relevant is where she's gonna be. She's gonna say whatever she needs to say to stay in good graces. So I don't think we're gonna hear any truth from her, just from what I've observed from her demeanor. Mm-mm. Alan Ali Mass says, I stumbled upon a quick little video saying Chopper was mentioning how Diddy took all his vehicles back that were gifted to him during his record deal. I got a couple questions. First of all, why was he being gifted vehicles during his record deal? My second question is, was anybody else gifted any vehicles during the record deal? And why did he take them back? Is it because he wasn't giving it up? Because Chopper got caught up, didn't he? Chopper got caught up in a. Hold on. It was it sex trafficking? Chopper got caught up. Making now see now when you put in Chopper, it's gonna pull up NOE. Yeah. Chopper from Making the Band was arrested on sex trafficking charges. Allegedly used social media fame to lure women into sex work. A former star on MTV reality show is accused of leveraging his fame to lure women into becoming sex workers. Kevin Barnes, 37, who goes by the moniker Chopper, and starred on the show Making the Band in the early 2000s, was arrested and charged with one count of sex trafficking of an adult. Mm. He said, "Hell no." Yeah, I just remember. I just remember it. I just remember it. Now it didn't stay in the news too long, but I definitely remember that happening. So that whoa, whoa. So I wonder if because he okay, I don't know. I got a weird theory in my head, but Chopper's from Making the Band, which is Diddy's whole deal. Diddy's one of the ultimate traffickers that we're finding out about. I wonder if Chopper worked for him or worked, in the ring. And maybe he was like, "Nah, I'm good. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna keep doing this." Maybe one was enough, and Diddy was like, "Okay," and started snatching stuff. I don't know. That's crazy though. That I guess now that Diddy's coming out and just remembering about Chopper. Wow, that's that Diddy mafia type. I know, right? It's gotta be. It's gotta be. It's gotta be because even because like that lawyer that's coming out now saying that they're about to drop names soon. He was saying that there was a lot of people that he knows were there at some of these that at these parties and stuff like that, and were watching, participating. Oh, sorry. No, no, no. Yeah, definitely. Hey, Cam. I'm sorry you missed it. I know. Maybe I should try to make the. I don't know. I guess I don't know when YouTube likes to put the notifications up. I don't know, but oh, this is crazy. It's definitely all tying in together. It's definitely alternatives, and all these people knew about it. He said the lawyer says that some of these people, they've already corroborated the stories. Shit, promoting, participating, probably narrating. Yeah, probably had water hand towel. But I know. And these people recorded it like some dummies. I'm not saying I'm glad they recorded because they will get caught, but dang, like some dummies. But yeah, yeah. But good thing, that there's people that are willing to speak up or even, infiltrate and record. I remember when the whole, Gate first came out, and Isaac Kappy started talking, and then he got suicided. But before he did, he dropped what's called a dead man switch. It was a very, very short clip. I'd probably say about 21 seconds. And it was a video of a bathhouse, but it was these little girls, like these little white girls in the bathhouse. They probably about 6, 7 years old, but they were in bathing suits, and they're serving. You could just see them like serving water and like trays of food and stuff. And then, of course, the video cuts off. But that video dropped, once he was gone. He said, not your fault I'm late. It's been mine. Been an exciting day on Cloud Night. Oh, good. Verified Friday. I'm bringing my first kiddo into good. Congratulations. Congratulations on that. Super exciting. Ali Mass says, imagine who's on those videos that are openly said to be on auction on the dark web as we speak. I know. And that one lawyer said that, yeah, like she was already contacted for someone to shop the video around. She said the lady on the tape is noticeable. She said there's no denying who it is on that tape. And obviously, yeah, there's multiple tapes, but I just remember that one specifically she was speaking on. Like, my goodness. My goodness. It makes me wonder, is the tape that allegedly got Pimp C off gonna be in the mix? I had, you know what, Ally Mask, I had the Dead Man Switch on I had it on my phone for a while, but you know what, a lot of info I had on my phone, I feel like it just mysteriously disappeared. I don't know where it's at. Now, some stuff I had to take off there, so I'm like, hell no, I ain't trying to, hell no. But some of these videos and pictures that I had, yeah, mysteriously no longer on my phone. Crazy. You're a Texan, so it runs deep. Yeah. Okay. So for those who are not Texans and who do not know who Pimp C is. Okay. So Pimp C was a rapper. You might know him. He was a duo with Bun B. But anyway, long story short, he supposedly had in his possession a tape of a famous I don't even know if the rumor is it's a singer. I don't even know if it's supposedly a singer, but a famous female celebrity with a multi-millionaire mogul. Now, this is back in, let's see, Pimp C died. Hold on, y'all. Dates. Pimp C died in 07. Okay, so when this rumor about the tape circulated, I want to say it was about 06-ish. Okay, so when he was saying that this is a multi-millionaire mogul on it, you got to think about back then at that time. Okay. He claims that whoever the lady was and the mogul was in the studio getting busy, and he has footage of it. Next thing you know, Pimp C's out of there. Now, I felt like I was gonna do a whole video on this. I still might. But Pimp C is found in a hotel room in a praying position with blood everywhere. They said the same way that they found Mac Miller is how they found Pimp C. They claim to us that he overdosed on lean. But again, in the streets, they're saying that he was killed over this tape, or I've also heard that some guy he had beef with in Florida often, but I don't know about that. Yes. So he had this tape. Everybody is speculating. Now, a lot of people saying it was Jay-Z and Beyonce. But a lot of people also said, I mean, there was a lot of names that they brought up. They brought up J-Lo was in the booth. They brought up Mariah was in the booth. But I think one couple that stuck out was her and Master P. Now, in my mind, I'm like, Master P is from New Orleans, da 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 da. Why would he be in Houston? Da, da, da? But come to find out, he actually had a studio in Houston. And he claimed in an article that Beyonce would come by all the time trying to get beats and stuff, trying to get music. And so they're thinking that that might also be who it is. But I think consensus is that it's definitely Beyonce. Now, Houston people, y'all gotta let us know. Because I heard she was getting down. But what's a dead man switch? What's a dead man switch? A dead man switch is pretty much how do I explain it? So that you don't get hurt. It's pretty much a piece of information that you have in your possession, so that if anybody ever tries to harm you at all, you can just release it, and then the information's out there. So like, hey, you hurt me, this is gonna drop regardless, type of thing. So he had the dead man switch. He got offed. The dead man switch dropped. Now we all can see what was going on in the bathhouses. But yeah. So anybody from Houston, y'all let us know if she was getting passed around like they said she was getting passed around. You said that's crazy. You've been hearing from people online mention how videos and photos mysteriously vanish on their mobile devices and computers. Yes, I'm serious. Because some of that stuff, I'm like, heck yeah, I don't know why you would need to keep it, but it's good information. Gone. I was surprised that I still had the picture of Chris Tucker and Jeffrey Epstein's staff. I was surprised that was still on my phone. I posted that on Patreon a few months ago, but that was really the only one that I had left. I had evidence of like them cannibal restaurants. I had evidence of a lot of stuff. So technology be telling on these folks in 4K. Yep. Yeah. Pimp C refused to do music with Jay for years. They claimed it was because Pimp C rocked with Tupac, but Pimp C never met Pac. Find me one video, OG Pac and Pimp C together. He does exist. Something else happened. Wait, why would... I guess I don't know the backstory with Tupac and Jay. Is it just like yeah, I don't know. Them personally, if there's something personal between those two, I don't know about it. But that's crazy. Mm-mm. He said, I'm from Central Texas and they still talk about that. Not sure if it's Jay-Z, but he definitely refused to do music with Jay till that one song. Yeah. Yeah, I'm wondering who it is. I'm wondering who it, and I don't know if it's, because did they say the person, the female, is from Texas on the video? I watched a lot of videos surrounding the Pimp C mystery, just trying to piece together different facts and stuff like that. I don't even know if the chick is from Houston or if it just happened in Houston, but I think it is. So I don't know. Like I said, everybody got one name in their mouth. He died due to industry drama, but it was his own wife, his sidekicks, who went through with the hit. Yeah, I heard that too. Like something about, yeah, something about the airport and yeah, something weird happened with her. And then didn't she married his supposed murderer? That's weird. Yeah. Shout out to Pimp C. Beyonce is dense in the head. Yeah, we know that. Yeah, she's definitely not too bright. I heard. Wait, hold on. The rumors I heard as a youngster in Texas was Pimp C had videos of the Queen Bee and a train, but there wasn't any conductors. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the same name. Like it's the same name. I'm not hearing. Like I said, I heard one or two other names, but her name, and they're saying that she is the ringleader. I even read some comments that said that her dad claimed that he didn't want her to have um, a male band because he didn't want her to sleep around, but then she started sleeping around with the male, the female, her female band. I said, what? So again, I don't know if this chick is just possessed and that's why she's promiscuous like a Jezebel, or if this is her, is this her, you know? Yeah, Isaac Kappy, yes, 95% of his content, yep, has been deleted. I had to find a lot of his videos on DuckDuckGo. The only one I binge watched a lot of his videos years ago. The only one that I could not find or have not found again is the one where he claims that about Jay and Bay and babies and eating babies. That is the only one that I cannot find. And I know he said it. I know he said it. And I wish I would have, screen recorded it when I was watching it, but I don't know. I guess I thought it was gonna always be there. So man. But yeah, poor guy. Poor guy. I lived in Katy, Houston around 98 to 04 and within an hour of Houston 3 years after. So the talk of the town, yeah, I heard a lot of it. Oh, wow. Wow. So, yeah. I think Pimp C really had that video, and whatever it was, it made it where the two men refused to do business till the first song. Yeah. Where the video at now? Who has it now? That is the real question. Wait, hold on. Houston, Austin, and Waco was in tears when the screwhead legend was off. They tried to claim he did it to himself or overdosed. Um, who? Hold on. Because I just feel like so many of the Houston rappers get killed. I don't know if I know who Screwhead is. Oh, you mean like DJ Screw? Yeah. Well, I mean, is there a conspiracy surrounding him? I mean, why would anybody want him dead? Yeah. No, you're acting up. Um, is it the same video where he was talking about Oprah? Hold on. It was. Wait, who was talking about Oprah? Wait, hold on. I'm missing comments. Is it the same? Yeah. Maxie, Kappy. Isaac Kappy. He Isaac Kappy. So I didn't know who Isaac was until he started whistleblowing, until he started name dropping. I didn't know who he was, but apparently he was an actor. He was in the show Breaking Bad. He was in Thor, Terminator Salvation. He was a white guy, but he had like a big afro, like curly hair. Um, so Isaac, and I think we talked about this on the last stream, just to bring you up to date. Isaac got on camera a bunch of times and started outing all of the PDF files in Hollywood, including Steven Spielberg, Seth Green, um, Tom Hanks, I want to say John Legend, Christy Teigen. I'm trying to think. He was name dropping a lot of people. This man was even making songs. This man was making songs about how these people were going to go down and get locked up and things like that. So yeah, okay, let me finish this thought. So he just starts name dropping all these people, but then he was forced off a bridge and he died. Um, I appreciate that. Yeah, hit the like button. No, I said Kappy. No. The video I'm talking about, he was not talking to Oprah. No. Did he mention Oprah? I don't know. In that particular video, I don't remember. I remember what the video looked like. It's like I remember what he was wearing. I don't know who all he was talking about in that video, though. So no, I apologize. But he has lots of videos where he's just, yes, brackets and jacket. Somebody knows. Somebody knows what I'm talking about. That man made a whole song jamming about Hillary and everybody. So, yeah. But they try to claim that he ended his life. That's what they tried to say. Yeah, but I am still, but to answer that question, yes, I'm still looking for that video. If anyone knows what video I'm talking about of Mr. Isaac Kappy, please let me know. I have searched all through DuckDuckGo. I cannot find it anymore. I might even just go back through it again here soon, just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah, it's crazy. And and everybody that's on the list, he was mentioning them. So again, everybody, I just don't believe everybody's lying. I just don't believe everybody's lying. And the thing is that everybody who claims, they were into some kind of witchcraft, like heavy sorcery type witchcraft, they always mention eating babies. That's what makes it so believable. Because, yeah, you can research this stuff and start putting it into stories, but I doubt it. I doubt it. And I think he even was exposing the Wayfair thing as well. He was one of the people that started exposing them. How they were selling furniture, and we had like a chair for like $35,000. Like, why is this chair $35,000? Well, come to find out, the names of the furniture that was being sold on the website were names of missing children. And that news broke. And that had hurt my heart because I had ordered, like right before the information dropped, I had ordered a whole office furniture set for my business. But goodness. Goodness. Mm-hmm. But no, did Kappy talk about Oprah though? I'll be honest, I really don't hear her name too much in debaucherous things. Like I don't know if I would expect it, but I hear Oprah's name too much in debauchery. Yeah, that's heavy. Crowley said kids are the best for sacrificing ritual magic because of their innocence and purity. Exactly, which is the reason why they use them for the achrome as well. Because, well, they use babies, but they claim it's because their bodies are not all full of those vaccines and stuff. But I mean, technically, they are what these hospitals do. Anyway, I digress from that. But yeah, their blood is supposed to be the most pure, unfortunately. I just don't know I just don't know how people can be convinced into doing rituals with this type of junk in it. I mean, rituals, period, but goodness. Wait, please elaborate. I hate that I was tricked into Satanism by Crowley as a teenager. Can you expound on that a little bit? Like what happened? Like what? Yeah, well, I'm definitely glad too. I'm definitely glad too. But it's crazy because a lot of people don't know where their ideologies come from, especially a lot of the stuff that Crowley talked about with the whole gender ideologies and stuff like that. And you start bringing John Money into the equation, or even the dude that was doing the experiments on the children. His name slips my mind right this second. Kinsey, Alfred Kinsey. Oh, okay. Just music influence and art. I mean, they definitely target us on the music side. They definitely target us on music. Like when I was reading through Beyonce's lyrics just to see what she was talking about, it sounded like a spell. Like her, it didn't sound like it meant anything. Just reading through it, there was no story to it. It was just, to me, I was like, man, what is this even talking about? But a lot of people in the music industry have revealed that a lot of these songs are written. Matter of fact, the guy John Todd spoke about it. He said that a lot of these songs are written in which language. So pretty much they have two different meanings. And one very, very famous song, by, hold on, Jimmy Page. Dun, 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 dun. What's that song? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. What is that song? Mm, 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 mm. Something about the whispering wind. Hold on. Sometimes I can just. Stairway to Heaven. I don't know why I could not think of that. It would not come to my mind. Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin is supposed to be one of the songs that people think about when they think about which language. They said that this particular song has two different meanings, and he even talks about it in the song. Let me see if I can bring it. Let me see. Heaven. It pretty much is a song that's talking about selling your soul. So so it says, there's a lady who's sure all that glitters is gold, and she's buying a stairway to heaven. When she gets there, she knows if the stores are all closed, with a word, she can get what she came for. And she's buying a stairway to heaven. There's a sign on the wall, but she wants to be sure because sometimes words have two meanings. In a tree by a brook, there's a songbird who sings. Sometimes all of our thoughts are misgiven. There's a feeling I get when I look to the west and my spirit is crying for leaving. In my thoughts, I see rings of smoke through the trees and the voices of those stand looking. And it's whispered that soon, if we all call the tune, then the piper will lead us to reason. Okay, the piper is like the Pied Piper. Do y'all know the story of the Pied Piper? I ain't talking about R. Kelly. I'm talking about the story of the Pied Piper, which is the reason why R. Kelly is actually named kind of the way he is. So pretty much the story of the Pied Piper was this guy. They had a rat problem in the town, and they called this rat catcher to come in, and he was able to lure the rats away with the musical pipe. But long story short, then he starts doing it to the children. So like the children start coming up missing, and they find out this guy was actually using that same type of witchcraft on the doggone kids. Um, but anyways, yeah, the song "Stairway to Heaven" has a double meaning, and so pretty much at the end of the song, she finds out that she's not on the road that glitters to gold; she's on the road to hell. Wait, I have a. How can you? I have a controversial. We missing stuff, y'all. I have a controversial tale on the occult and people who are involved in it. Uh-uh. Have you have you ever heard the interview between XXX and he explains music? No, I haven't. What did he say? Stay away from music, IRA frequency program. That frequency are you being programmed to add in for? Um, yeah. No, I didn't hear him though. It says, like, I know who was in the second of the command in the Church of Satan behind um, the LeVay, Boyd Rice. I hadn't heard of Boyd Rice. Boyd. Okay. He looks familiar, but I don't think I've ever seen him before. So this guy, he was a pioneer in industrial music. He was one of the first artists to use a sampler and turntable as the instrument. Okay. In the mid 1980s, Rice became close friends with Anton LaVey, founder and high priest of the Church of Satan, and was made a priest, then later a magister in the Council of Nine of the Church. Ooh. The two admired much of the same music and shared a similar misanthropic outlook. Each had been inspired by Might is Right in fashioning various works, LaVey in the Satanic Bible, and Rice in several recordings. Oh. In 1987, Rice and Nicholas Schreck founded the Abraxas Foundation, an occult fascist think tank that also counted Adam Panfrey and Michael Manoyan. Okay, that's crazy. Oh man, so that's interesting. That's very interesting. I have some thoughts, but I'm gonna wait for a second. Man, these people be in the Church of Satan and you don't even know. You know, Sammy Davis Jr. was Church of Satan. Matter of fact, I think most of the Rat Pack was. Whoa, you personally know him? Oh, you personally know him? Oh, okay. Oh, really? Sorry. Like Radio Werewolf, there was a woman within the church. She was suicided because she was writing a book on child sacrifices. Wow. So did they know that she was writing the book, or was it something that kind of like astral projection and spied on her? Because that's crazy. No, Tomas. Church of Satan meaning good question, but the actual Church of Satan that was founded by Anton LaVey. A lot of people were in his church, and he wrote the Satanic Bible. Matter of fact, I feel like a lot of people, I feel like most of us are probably familiar with Law and Order SVU. The lady on there, Mariska, her mom was a very famous bombshell sex symbol actress back in the day. She was kind of like I hate to say like a low budget Marilyn Monroe, because she was very beautiful like her, but just not as she wasn't as successful. She was Church of Satan. There came some happened to where she started dating some guy. Sorry, this story is eluding me. Some kind of way, a spell got put on her. She had got into it with Anton, I believe, and her and this guy were dating. Anton ends up putting a spell on her, and all I remember is them saying that her and this guy were in the picture, and Anton rips up her picture, like rips it in half. And I guess that was some kind of, part of the spell. Next thing you know, this lady gets into a car accident with the guy. All of her children are in the back seat, but then her and the dude, they end up getting like decapitated. Yeah. So I don't know. Weird story, but they were all in it with this guy. Oh, they knew, and both spying and gang stalking. Okay, that's what I was gonna say. I figured as much, because I don't know. I guess you just wouldn't go around and say, "Hey, I'm writing a book on child sacrifices." See, that's that thing. They said that they're able to do that. So one sorcerer that I was listening to, he said that down there in the city under the sea, they have like a big screen where they can watch us. Now, again, I'm just telling y'all what I heard. They have a big screen where they can watch us. And so that's how they're able to keep surveillance on people. It's kind of like I don't know. It's so weird. It's so weird. And I've also heard that even with the whole, have y'all seen that show on Netflix? It's called Behind Her Eyes. Have y'all seen it? It was the craziest plot twist. Yeah, City Under the Sea, like Atlantis. Absolutely. So the City Under the Sea, sorry if I know we're kind of just jumping around, but that's what we do. That's what we do on here. The tangents are free flowing, but the City Under the Sea. Yes. So last week I showed you guys a video, very short video of a spot in the ocean where Erica Musica said that a famous musician took her after he captured her soul and put it in a capsule. What he was doing with her was taking her down under the water to the city under the sea, which is supposedly Satan's abode. Down there, they have meetings about what they're going to do to us up here. All of the evils that they're going to bring about us up here, is they have meetings down there. They said that the meeting is at the intersection, pretty much I can't even talk today. The Bermuda Triangle is one of the points under the sea. Yes. So yes, like Atlantis. Now Atlantis, hmm, oh, Atlantis is a whole different can of worms. Because there's supposed to be some type of different, s- not species, but yeah, Atlantis is just weird. But I think they do call it Atlantis, if I'm not mistaken. Because I don't know what kind of music y'all listen to, I don't know how old you are, but the Isley Brothers have a song called Voyage to Atlantis. And at the end of the song, they sing about Atlantis and how they'll always come back. I don't know what that means, but from my understanding of the city under the sea, they go down there to get their riches and power. So it would make sense if Atlantis is this city under the sea or the location of it, and him singing, I'll always come back to you because I'm going to always come back to consult you to get my riches and my wealth. Sounds like Bohemian Grove. Yeah, kinda, kinda. Okay, I've been to ceremonies with numerous subsects related to Church of Satan. And one of my most memorable experiences, we saw the clouds form into a skull. Then its jaw opened and ate the moon. What? What? I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm just trying to wrap my head around. Now, when you say you saw cloud, you were in y'all were in the church or y'all were outside? Yeah, yeah. I need some. Hey, I got you were outside. Okay, and then the clouds and ate the moon, and then you couldn't see the moon anymore. And then my second question, well, my follow up question to that is, what was the purpose of the skull eating the moon? Because I've heard of, again, we talked about pulling down the moon. I heard about that and enchanting, and you pretty much are possessed with moon, but I don't know what it means to eat the moon. That's interesting. No worries, Weedy Third. Yes, I did hear about the lake in the bottom of the ocean. It's so dense, and I believe it's some type of salt water. It's so dense that it creates an actual pool in the ocean. I also know that the guy that found it, they killed him. He blew. I think they blew him up, if I'm not mistaken. Found pool in ocean. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, something crazy happened to him. I wonder if they're gonna even let me look up his death. Yeah, and that's also tied to the thing where people were saying, "Oh, well, if you go further enough into the ocean, then you'll end up in space." So yeah, I remember there being a whole thing about that. Yeah, man, I wish I could find that. That guy, and he died not too long after he even discovered that. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to go quiet. I was just trying to see if they were gonna. They're not even bringing him up. They're just saying scientists found, but they're not even. They're not mentioning him at all. But yes, have you heard "Didn't Realize" by Sourface? No, I have not. Hold on, let me look it up. Didn't realize by Sourface. I'll be honest, never even heard of Sourface. Not quite sure what type of music this is, but let us see. They don't even have. Oh, they don't even have. No, but no, it won't even let me look up any lyrics to it. Okay, so what about it? Yeah, Tomas, you gotta. What about "Didn't Realize" by Sourface? Because I don't even see any lyrics. Um, yeah, there's no lyrics. Read the lyrics. I'm looking. Oh, here it goes. Here it goes. Oh yeah, there's nothing. No. You're gonna have to tell me a little bit more about that. Nope. Sorry, but I'm glad you're here. We're glad you're here. Eclipse water. I've never heard of eclipse water. Eclipse water. I need to post a link. Y'all gotta get up here and say something because I don't. Some of the stuff I need y'all to elaborate on. Hold on, let me see if I can. mm, Yeah, I need to. I need some elaborations on some of this. Mm, I don't even know where a link is. Um, yeah, I have to look up eclipse water. Eclipse water is a way to harness the energy of the solar eclipse and set intentions for personal growth or reflection. Um, no, see, I don't know anything about eclipse water. I do not practice witchcraft, and I'm not even trying to be funny. I do not practice witchcraft. Um, and I've never heard of this before or anybody practicing it. But Looks like, yeah, it just looks like a way to harness the water from the solar eclipse and then you take a bath in it. Yeah, no, I don't know about that. I don't know anything about that. This one lady, so I guess I'm just reading an article on it. It says that this lady, her name is Silva, talked about her tradition of traveling to the mountains with her mother during a full moon, a time in which they would set out a jar of water, allowing it to infuse itself with the energy of the moon. No. Uh-uh. No. I mean, what is the purpose? Like, what's the end goal? Yeah, what's the end goal with that? Yes, they killed him, but they are saying there's a whole civilization in the ocean. Yeah, yes. Okay, now when you say civilization, are you still talking about under the ocean? Because I've heard that there's a whole civilization under the ocean. Like, yes. Like these people can go down there and live for years and never come back up to the surface. That's some crazy stuff. Yeah. Okay. You said, man, you don't even play in Rosewater? Oh my. Oh, they say aliens started the civilization? No. No, no. No. See, the word alien kind of throws me off because they claim aliens are living everywhere. First, they tell us that aliens come from space. Then they tell us that there's aliens underneath the earth, like deep into the earth. Now they're saying that they live in the water. Where the heck do these live? Do they live? And when we say alien, what do they mean by that? Because most of the time I hear people talking about aliens, it's the gray aliens. So that's crazy though. Started the civilization. Mm. I'm still wondering. I still need someone to explain to me how they can go under the water and just live there and not. We don't have gills. I'm just confused. Yeah. Okay, I missed this one, y'all. Just got done watching the new Transformers one movie, and the subliminal messaging in it is ridiculous. Yeah, a whole lot of Saturn worship. Yep, Luciferian religion messaging. Yep, Black Cube. For Metatron, I think is a reference to a really powerful demon in their religion. But here's the thing. So if you look up Metatron, they're trying to claim that it's an angel in Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. But then it goes on to say that Metatron is mentioned 3 times in the Talmud. Now we've already talked about what the Talmud is. We know it ain't got nothing to do with Christianity. Um, but then goes on to say the name is not mentioned in the Torah. I don't know who be writing these Wikipedia articles for real. It's in the Jewish Apocrypha, early Kabbalah. Metatron is the name that Enoch received after his transformation into an angel. So yeah, this is some stuff they believe in. But I wonder what it has to. Oh, I guess I wonder what it has to do with, like, why they put him in the movie. Like, what's the relation? Maybe related to the sentence. They're saying that the Metatron may be related to the sentence in Genesis 5:24. Enoch walked with God, then he was no more because God took him. See, they be just making up stuff. Yeah, I can't tell what the correlation is with that, but I don't know. Transformers has been giving us a little tea every now and then. So Black Panther 2, Transformers 1, new Godzilla versus Kong. Now thinking about it, there are recently a lot of movies talking about going back to the service or rising up. Yeah. Or even, what's that movie with the Kraken? That's all I can think of. I can't. It's the. Is it the Percy? Sorry, y'all. I'm bad with movie names. I remember lyrics. I I remember songs. Movies, yeah, not so much. But in the movie The Kraken, if you if y'all do y'all know what the Leviathan is? The Kraken is supposed to be likened to the Leviathan. If you're familiar with the Leviathan in the Bible, the Leviathan is the seven-headed serpent in the water. Hold on. Blue letter bottle. Now, a lot of sorcerers have also said that they have seen or even met this seven-headed serpent in the water, which is the same. They're saying that this is the same one from the Revelation. That's what they're saying that they met. And if you're also familiar that Leviathan is written around the pentagram, the satanic pentagram, those letters Leviathan are also written around that. Now, this creature is supposed to be so dreadful that even looking upon him, you're going to want to die. You can't even peer. Okay, so let me see if I can read this. I don't want to read this whole thing. It's like 41. But it makes it okay. So Job is where it talks about the Leviathan, but it makes it seem as though this creature is going to be seen in the end days. Like it's going to come on from out of the water onto the surface. And so these movies have me thinking that it's talking about that. It's the same creature, the Kraken, the seven-headed serpent, they're all the same creature. And these movies are all talking about it. Sorry, y'all. Because again, it's all part of the Antichrist. When it presents himself, the beast and all that, it's all the same. Um, okay, wait, I did see something about someone said I should look up maritime law. It's so funny that you said that because the next video is going to be about the two constitutions, and we're definitely going to be talking about maritime law. But let me see what you have to say. Let me see. They say the woman's womb is tied to maritime law. So once we are born, that plays a role as to why we sign birth certificates It's way deeper. See, we be on the same page. Yes. We are going to be learning about these invisible contracts, like these birth certificates, these marriage certificates, yes. Even down to the right to travel. Y'all, we're living, I don't want to get into this tonight because it's a lot. And I want to be able to break it down. So I'm going to definitely make a video on it. But apparently we're living under 2 different constitutions. We're living under a corporation. We're in a corporation. We're living under their laws. We are their workers. They're a business and we're their workers. Their job is to make money for the business. And every law that they make is so that we can live in harmony with them making money. So yeah, like you said, it's real deep. It's definitely real deep, but I'm not quite sure what you mean by the woman's womb is tied to it. What do you mean by that? I mean, I know as far as the birth certificate is concerned, but I guess I'm just making sure I'm not skipping over that. Yeah, that's crazy though. Yeah, we're definitely gonna talk about that. Go under the water as an amphibian. I don't know. I don't know. So one sorcerer I heard, what he said was his father took him to the ocean and they sat on a rock. He said that they waited for hours and hours until they were approached by mermaids, or I might say it was a mermaid. The mermaid started talking to them and then opened up the sea to where they were able to walk on the bottom of the ocean, pretty much, to get to where they had to go. And then, of course, the water closed back up. He says that their bodies were left there. So their bodies were still left sitting on the rock. However, they were up under the ocean. So I don't, again, I don't know how it all works. I really don't. But these people going under the water. You know the Talmud. I can't say that I know the Talmud. I know of the Talmud. I know what it's supposed to be for. I know who believes in it. I know, that much. But I can't tell you scriptures that are in the Talmud. Mm-mm. Being a prime and being able to create the universe based on will and having the all spark of life that gives energy to their energon beings that can transform their vessels. Yeah. 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 Which means they're trying to be God. Because see, here's the thing. The thing that they call the energy, everybody's always talking about energy, the new age people, energy, I can feel your energy. The energy made me do it, all that kind of stuff. I believe they're simply talking about the spirit. They're simply talking about the spirit. Spirit is wind, breath, mind, and spirit. It gives us our will to act. It's how we're able to decide. And as far as God is concerned, he is a spirit. In him is life. And he is in us all. He created us all. His breath is in us all. but they're also, he's not the only spirit. Obviously, there's bad spirits as well. And as we know, they can get inside people and transform them too. So, yeah, I can see how it's all. Yeah, it's all new agey. Leviathan is an allegory in the Bible. Is it? Is it just an allegory? I don't know. Is it just an allegory? Sound like you're talking about a real creature to me. He says, "Can thou draw us out the Leviathan with the hook, or his tongue with the cord, which thou lettest down? Can y'all put a hook in his nose? Can you bore his jaw? Will you play with him like you play with a bird? Can you fill his skin with barbed irons? His head with fish spears?" I don't know. I mean, I can see where it can be an allegory because we know about um the kingdoms and the horns and stuff like that. But I think it's talking about two. I don't know. I think it could be both. I think it could be both. I think it's talking about a real creature. Mm-mm. Sea monster, yeah. I think it's also a representative of pagan gods as well. Yeah, a lot of video games touch on that. hmm Now, I didn't watch Game of Thrones, but this one says Game of Thrones talks exactly about that bloodlines and a dragon being tied to a certain king. Yep. So I think the Antichrist will have some Leviathan physically here on Earth in end times. Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. Because Revelation said there's going to be a beast that comes out of the water. But we know that there's, serpents in the water. It talks about that. So I don't know. To me, I think, yeah, I definitely think it's a real person. Every time we vote, we sing a new 4-year contract under the U.S. corporation. Man, oh man. Yep. And why do you think it's called a president? President. President of the corporation. But yeah, that's definitely gonna be a deep dive right there. Yeah, mermaids are Nephilim and abominations too. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. A mermaid is no different from an Egyptian god with animal and human body parts. Yep. It says she got the body of like a fish. Sometimes I even heard she got the body of a serpent, like the lower half, and the top part is human. Mm-mm. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think the Leviathan is definitely real. There are so many things or many beings in the Bible that defy basic human nature. Yep. Have you seen at Mud University explaining how you can see old dragon god skeletons from biblical times on Google Maps today? No, I have not seen at Mud University, but I have seen skeletons of old dragons. Yep. I have, or what they say are old skeletons of dragons. Matter of fact, I've even heard, I've heard crazy stuff. I've even heard like the pterodactyl looking um, dinosaurs and stuff that we've always seen growing up, that they still exist in some parts of the world. I want to say like South Africa, and that people still see them. Or even I've seen a lot of testimony of the stinging serpents, the ones that fly and sting. I've even seen testimonies of the fire breathing dragons. So yeah, said God wiped out the dinosaurs with the first flood. The fallen angels got a lot of those weird animals started. Yeah, definitely interesting. Yeah, because there's a lot of evidence that dinosaurs walk with man. So did he really? MF Doom talked about Leviathans on a song, Strange Ways. So I didn't know MF Doom's, but I didn't know anything about him actually until he died. And even still, I can't say that I know anything about him. But let us look up these lyrics. Did they call him something else? It's coming up as Mad Villain. Is that the same person? Okay, cool. Um, Wreak Havoc, Beat Beat, it's Mad Traffic, Sleek and Lavish, people speaking, leaking to the Maverick. Okay. He see it as just another felony drug arrest. Any day could be the one. He picked the wrong thug to test. Let's see if I can do a find. Didn't he die under mysterious circumstances, or was he kind of, or was he a little older, or something going on with him? Leviathan. Oh yeah, there will be the chopped off heads of Leviathan. Okay. Yeah. These people know Leviathan. And that's what I'm saying. The Satanists know that the Leviathan is Satan. That's why they have his name written around their pentagram. Oh, okay. He died quietly. Okay. And kind of randomly. That's what I thought, but again, I didn't know him, so I wasn't really sure. It's probably a lot of those weird animals in the rainforest. I know. Can you imagine all the animals that we haven't seen, especially the ones that they find under the ocean? There's some weird looking creatures in the ocean. So I wouldn't put it past the rainforest or anywhere else. Yeah. Okay, so alley mess. Okay, so they are. Yep, they're all over, but one major clear as day in North Africa. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. I have to find that because I still need to do a Leviathan video, but I wanted to find those clips again. Because like I said, a lot of stuff that I researched years and years ago is hard to find these days. He choked on his tongue in the hospital. Okay, nope. I thought I was the only one. Like, what? How do you even do that? Oh, oh, okay. That's sad to hear. He had allergic reaction. Yeah. That's sad. But his name reminds me of and again, I can't say I listen to this type of music, but there's a guy, isn't his name is like Immortal or something like that? I want to say he's a Hispanic guy. Immortal Technique, Immortal Technique. He has some really disturbing. Does anybody listen to him? I don't know if he still puts out music. Yeah, okay, yeah. I don't know what bringing up MF Doom just reminded me of an Immortal Technique. Again, I didn't listen to his music, but there was a really strange song. He had got onto a podcast and was telling a really strange encounter. I guess he had been into Satanism for a while to the point where what is the song where he ends up finding out that he slept with his mom? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Like he goes on the song is about him going on some type of like drug binge or something. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Or he no, did he I don't know if he slept with her. It was something strange. Hold on. I'm gonna have to find those lyrics. Something weird happened in that song. But I want to say that was the reason why he got out of it. That's gonna bother me. Oh, I'll have to find it. Yeah, exactly, Thomas. Yes, it was definitely an Eminem type of thing. And why does no one ever mention it? Why does people don't mention those strange things about Eminem? They don't mention the strange lyrics that he's written about giving fellatio to his stepdad and all that kind of stuff. And does anybody remember? I'm gonna have to put, and I know like it's probably gonna give you static stuff, but remember the it was an empty white. No, no. Um, does anybody remember Bruno? I want to say his name is Bruno. And Eminem at the Music Awards when he did. It was a type of. I'm gonna say it was a humiliation ritual. I'm gonna go out on the limb and say it was a humiliation ritual. Hold on, Bruno, Bruno. Okay, Tomas, yes. Thank y'all. Yes, y'all know y'all be knowing exactly what I'm talking about. Exactly. Okay. I'm gonna try to put this on the screen. And if anybody else remembers us this besides me and Tomas. I'm sorry, nope. I'm so sorry. I go on tangents. See, this is why I write rather than speak, because my mind will jump from thing to thing to thing. So I apologize. Okay, so what am I trying to say? Okay, so what am I trying to say? Eminem, there was a music awards. I'm about to play it. I'm about to play it. or do my best to play it because you know that my computer acting up. But you got to see this. Nobody talks about this anymore. I think about this. I'm not gonna say I think about it all the time, but it crosses my mind a lot.
I'm just trying to slip in, really understated. I'm not like these guys who promote their films. Mine's coming out so July 10th.
We know comedian Sacha Baron Cohen's fond of making an entrance, but he took everyone by surprise at last night's MTV Awards in LA with this stunt.
What's up? Eminem, nice to meet you. Are you serious? What's up? Are you serious? Is this my face? Is this my... Hey, don't...
Lowered from the ceiling, the Borat star
Okay, we're able to see that, hear that. So, okay. I don't know if that was clear. Exactly. Yes. So that was at a music award show. That man, Sacha Baron Cohen, drops out of the stands, dressed like an angel with his butt out, and lands crotch face on. Okay, sorry about the audio. Lands crotch on Eminem's face. Literally, nuts was on his chin. And nobody talks about that anymore. Matter of fact, I don't even remember them making a big deal out of it when it happened. So you're telling me that you think no, I don't think about it. I just think about how nobody brings that up. And if there was any humiliation ritual that I've seen over the past few years, that was one of them. That was definitely one of them. Straight, yes, nuts and exactly. But again, hey, if you like it, no, I don't see that. Nobody talks about it. That's all I'm saying. You know, we didn't hear much from Eminem. That was in 2009. But yeah, he's got some weird lyrics. Oh, okay. So sorry, I had to go back to I was trying to read the lyrics of the Immortal Technique song while doing this at the same time. So pretty much, I think in the song, his friend ends up getting high and coked out and ends up raping this lady. Now, this is all in the song. Ends up raping this lady in the song, and then come to find out, he ends up raping his mom on accident. And so he takes his life. Yeah, it's a weird song, but again, I think this is one of the reasons why Immortal Technique trying to change his life. Wait, what? Ugh. Oh, really? Okay, sorry. Hold on. Okay, good. Okay, sorry about that. I think that was planned out, just like Eminem coming out as gay in the movie, the interview. I really think he came out of the closet in that movie, but yeah, people don't talk about that either. There's just a lot of suspect stuff about him. Not necessarily all gay, but he's definitely a weirdo. I mean, what was that movie even about? Has anybody seen it? Oh, it was a Seth Rogen. I don't know. I don't know, but we haven't heard too much from him in a while. I know he just dropped. He just dropped a song with LL. Can I elaborate more on the Boule? Yeah. What do you want to know? What do you want to know? Because you're gonna get different. Because technically, the Boule is a particular fraternity. However, I know when I was in a sorority, my particular sorority, we had Boule every year. We had a convention. It's pretty much like a convention, and we called it Boule. And yeah, what is the role of Boule? They don't have a role in society. These the fraternities and sororities are there for themselves. If you Most of them promote education, sisterhood or brotherhood, some type of enlightenment, and community service. That's what they promote to you. So if you want to say what is their role in society, that's their role. They do community service. They get together. They do brotherly, sisterly things together. However, there's a circle inside the circle. With my particular line, there was a lot of us that came out at the same time because we hadn't had a line in years. And so they had to do a really, really huge line. And then what they ended up doing was taking a few people to the side. And those people go through a different set of rituals and I guess in some sororities and fraternities, there's going to be hazing. It really is going to depend on which one. Um, some schools still do it, even though they try to tell you that they don't still do hazing. A lot of schools still do it. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, yeah, I didn't. You're not doing anything of. I'm not gonna say you're not doing anything of substance because these are elite people. They're not. You have to have a certain grade average to get into a fraternity or sorority. You have to have recommendations and you have to have credentials to get into this. So I'm not trying to downplay these people as though they shouldn't be in the positions that they're in. I'm not saying that at all. These are the cream of the crop. But what I am saying is that they take this select small group of people and they teach them things that they didn't teach the other group. And they tell them plans that they don't tell the other people. And most of the time, you're going to find them working for the higher up elite people, especially the Divine Nine. And I'm not trying to, this has nothing to do with race, but they're going to take the signature or the token. They're going to have a token Black person, pretty much. And they're going to use them or a group of them to do their bidding. And they're going to use that person to infiltrate the community, the different communities. And they're going to put them in the forefront as the spokesperson for the different communities. So if you pay attention, look at the cream of the crop. Look at the Ricky Smileys and the Steve Harveys. They're in fraternities. Matter of fact, the same fraternity. These are the people at the top. And when you have someone there that you're using to do your bidding and they want to stay in that position, do you know what they do? They start gatekeeping. And they start saying, he can't come. And he can be here, but he can't be here because such and such and such and such. Yeah, I think Judge Mathis, yeah, he might be an alpha if I'm not mistaken. And so this is what they do. They just take token people and they put them in places of position. Again, not saying that these people should not be there because they have the credentials, they have the education, they have the skill. But they also choose the weak ones, the ones that will fall for anything, the ones that don't mind throwing their fellow man or woman under the bus. I mean, so really, that's all it is. There's not, there's really not too much. And again, not everybody knows. Not everybody knows. Yeah, they definitely, the ones that strive for excellence because they hunger. Yeah. Or and sometimes you don't even see anything wrong with it because again, you know that you have the skill set. You know that you should be in that position. So sometimes you don't think anything of it. You're like, yeah, I got picked for that position, or you don't think anything of it until you're asked to do certain stuff, and you're like, wait, what? I was told I could be alpha, but I never took interest. Yeah. Because it looks good. It looks good. When I went to school and I first got into that auditory, it was actually in the gym, and I saw them girls come in. I'm like, oh man, they're pretty. And they came in stepping. I'm a stepper. I'm like, oh man, they step too. Oh, they do. Like it's so intriguing. And you're thinking, oh, well, I'm here for an education. I have good grades. Oh, I do community service. I'm down with the sister. You're thinking all these things. Nothing is wrong with it until they tell you to put that white dress on, and they take you into a room and they light those candles and they got the altar set up. They got the books open. And next thing you know, you're holding hands and you're walking around in a circle and you're chanting. Again, I'm not saying that was what everybody had to do. I'm just saying that's what the heck happened to me. And I know some people that were victims of extreme hazing. I mean, to the point where you're probably, 200 pounds, but next time I see you, you're about 120 because they whooped you so bad and starved you so bad that you've lost all your weight. Or the eating the feces out of the toilet. Because if we're all eating feces out of the toilet, then we're not going to tell on each other. I didn't do that. I'm just saying what I heard people had to do. And I know with some of these fraternities like the Skull and Bones type fraternities, they'll have you lay naked in a coffin while everybody masturbates around you. Like, again, they're going to put you through stuff so that you don't tell anybody else. They have you take oaths so that you don't tell anybody else. So I don't know what the role is. I don't know what their role is supposed to be for society. I didn't know what my role was supposed to be in society. I just knew that it was like-minded people, and you just always hear about it growing up. And so you want to do it. And I did. And I had the grades. I had the community service. I had the letters of recommendation. And when I saw what the heck, I was like, no, I'm good. All of my heart and my soul belongs to who? Oh, I'm saying I'm singing the wrong thing. I'm supposed to be singing to the Lord, all my heart and my soul. And I was singing it to an organization. So I had to get up out. The hazing probably to result in satanic ritual abuse, that you fracture your personality based on how bad the hazing was, that you accept the demon once you're initiated into this fracture. Exactly. Once you get branded, like I know people that have brands. I mean brands like a horse, or with the cattle prod, you make it real hot and they stick it on your skin till it bubbles and boils. Yes, people do that. People have real brands. People get, yeah. like a brand name, like the name of the organization. Most most of us, I'm gonna say us, most of us have a tattoo or something that resembles our organization that we pledge to. Because we didn't know no better. I remember somebody coming on my video. Oh, she's trying to promote. No, I'm not trying to promote. I'm not showing you me in a white dress to promote. I'm showing you that this is real. It really happened. So that's good. That's good. No tats. Shoot, that's good. If you can, don't. If you don't have them, don't rush to get them. Because I honestly believe, just like almost like demon possession, I honestly think we are our tattoos. Like what we put on ourselves, I think we embody that to an extent. So yeah. Yeah, don't do it. It's permanent. Unless you're gonna get it lasered off. That's good. Your OCD and the Holy Spirit won't allow you to get tats. That's good. Listen. hmm You said like their business. I mean, yeah, yes. To answer, yes, because you're not the oaths that you're pledging. You're not pledging them. Oh, I'm gonna be here for a couple months. You're pledging your life to the organization. This is supposed to be a lifelong thing. Look at there's there's old heads that's been in this 30, 40, 50, 60, deep in the game. There are people that are so heavy in their fraternity or sorority that they never leave college. They're there every single year just to hang on the yard and to strut around the parties. They live for it. And shoot, I know, I know a couple people. I know a couple people. I don't even. Yeah, I'll just leave that there. I'll leave that there. It's spiritual alchemy that engraving stuff on your body allows access to certain spirits, kind of like how we have gendered bathrooms. The way that if you a man, you have the right to go into the door with a symbol. Yeah, I, I actually I believe that wholeheartedly. Yep, I believe it because that's how the sigil magic works. When they use those symbols to invoke different spirits. It's the same thing. Yep. And then, shoot. And the thing is, like when you're in these sororities and stuff, in these fraternities, you're supposed to only speak for the organization and the people in the organization. You're not supposed to speak against them. No, the Leviathan symbol is on the Oreo cookie. Heck no. Wait, I'm gonna look that up. But yeah, you're not supposed to go against them. And they want you to advocate. I have what's called a line sister, right? When you cross the people that you cross with, that's your line. So they're either your line sister or your line brother, right? I got a line sister on death row right now for killing her boyfriend. And you know what they wanted us to do? They wanted us to write a letter to the judge to get her out. And I said, no, ma'am, Pam. They really thought that because we were in the same organization, that they were going to get a letter from me so that she could get out of prison for murdering. The man was in his sleep at that. The man was sleeping at that. And they thought they were going to get a letter from me. Nope. Nope. But yeah, that's really it about the Boule. That's really it about the Boule. Everybody in it is not evil. I'm not saying that either. I'm just saying that some people are getting used. All right, let me look at this Oreo cookie. No, I did not know that. So I don't eat Oreos. I'm not really big on Oreos, but dang, why would a Leviathan be on the Oreo cookie? But you know what? No, isn't Oreo Nabisco? I think Oreo. I can't see. I think Oreo is Nabisco, right? Yes, Oreo is Nabisco. Nabisco is a New World Order um, company, or they support the New World Order. So that's not. So saying that, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they have on their cookie. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. And that was another thing that the ex-sorcerer was saying, like, not to be eating the things, because she was saying that there's a lot of industries again that are working with Satan to bring products to the surface. One of them being Coca-Cola. She said Christians need to stop drinking Coca-Cola. And she's not the only person that has said that. I've seen a lot of like witches say leave Coca-Cola alone. I mean, besides the actual Coke that used to be in it back in the day, um, I don't know exactly the reason why. I know at one point a lot of companies were using HEK 293. I actually have a video about it. It's one of my very first videos that I put on this channel. And it's pretty much they admitted to using aborted fetal cells and putting it in food. And so a lot of these companies were, yeah, exactly. Okay, so yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, man, was it the cocaine or was it the hormones? Yeah, they were using aborted fetal cells and putting it in Coca-Cola. I believe Pepsi was a big, well, I guess PepsiCo is the same. Nabisco, I think Lipton. Campbell's soup. I'm just trying to think of some of the names I remember. I want to say Doritos, Cheetos. It was a lot of companies. I think they've since said that they've taken it out, but I don't know. They can just tell us if they are. Yeah. Like America has this weird obsession with dead babies. It's just really, really weird. Really, really weird. Mhm. How do you deal with loneliness as a Christian? Um, I think my best advice would be to talk to the Lord about that. Because when you say loneliness, are you meaning as in single, like no spouse, or do you mean no friends? Do you mean you don't feel like you're being supported? That could be a lot of things. Yeah, that could be a lot of different things. But also, I think you also have to, think to yourself why, if it is because you're not around people, why aren't you putting yourself around people? Low key, all the above, but also not wanting Christians around me. Oh, okay. Um, you gotta put yourself out there more. So, and this is something I know, Sarah, I hope you're still here because the Lord, I felt like He was giving me some scriptures to give to you the other day. I just gotta put it together for you, but because we can talk about shyness and we can talk about loneliness. First thing you gotta remember that the Lord is always with you. He's not gonna leave you. He's not gonna forsake you. And you also gotta remember that you need to be casting your cares on Him. I think a lot of people forget to pray for themselves, or they forget to ask about what they need. But God says that you don't need to be anxious. You don't need to be walking around anxious for anything. You need to, in all prayer and supplication, make your request known to Him. And He doesn't put stipulation on that. When I tell you, I'll be asking God for crazy. I know He's like, girl, get out of my face. I'll ask Him, I'll lose something and ask the Lord to help me find it. And He does. And sometimes it's stuff like I would have never have found it. It fell into a box. I would have never looked at the bottom of that box. But here I am looking in the bottom and I found just weird stuff. You need to be asking for Him to order your steps. If He might be the one, there might be a reason why He didn't have certain people around, or He has told you not to be around certain people. And so just asking Him and getting guidance from Him is first and foremost. As far as having a spouse and all that, you got to put yourself out there for that too. Especially in this day and time where everybody's like a man versus woman war out there. To marry, not to marry. To be a gold digger, not be a gold digger. To be a prostitute, not be a prostitute. Just all kinds of all day long. That's all everybody talks about. But the Lord wants us. He says it's not good for man to be alone. So he's not revering in your loneliness. But praying about it and asking him to guide you and lead you to someone, I think he'll do it. I mean, Jacob found Rachel at a well. Just but people forget to ask. Maybe you initiate. You're an outgoing person. Well, here, so let's see. It says, I'm outgoing person, not gonna lie. Whole lot of females are the type to have Jesus in their bio and twerking on their post. Yeah, I can understand that too. And I can understand being scared that someone's gonna switch up on you, right? And I think that's why a lot of reasons why people are afraid to give their heart these days, because a lot of people do switch up. I don't know, but you can't be scared all the time. I'm not saying you are. I'm not speaking just to you, but you can't be scared all the time. I mean, Sarah gonna have a conversation if Miss Sarah's still in here, because I'm shy too. I'm shy. It may not seem like it, but but sometimes you just gotta step out on what God gave you. If you're an outgoing person, maybe you're charming, maybe smart, all that kind of stuff, you gotta stand on that. You gotta stand on that. Yeah, I agree. There are people. There's still decent Christian communities out here. There's still people looking. They're getting hard to find. Yeah, they are getting hard to find. I'm sure. Well, I wouldn't know, but I'm sure just by the way that I hear the conversations going, I'm sure it is. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, the hunt. I can imagine. I would definitely be asking the Lord to bring somebody to me, or tell me where to go, so I can find. It sounds like, I guess, petty prayers, but no. No, no, no. So speaking of that, right? I love this segment, right? Because we can get into all kinds of rabbit holes and conspiracies, but I know that a lot of people are also kind of itching for more word as well. And I know some people are not getting on this particular live to talk about God and Bible. I get it. I understand that. What For those who are down for a Bible study, I am looking to start a new segment so that we can read through the Bible together and we can get on the live just like we are right now, but be able to answer questions, get our questions answered before we move on. So that way, we're learning and growing. So that will probably be starting next week. That's my plan. I hope the weekend doesn't get too busy. Wait, what did y'all say? Wait a minute. How did the live get? It's not letting me put it on the screen. When you said I was just taking to a female and I gave her a trick question and she really thought Daniel killed Goliath. Oh, she got the D's mixed up. Oh, yeah, I told her, I said, at least she knew it was a D. She's in the right place. She's in the right book. And that's another thing, right? I think we want our significant other, our spouse, to be perfect, and they're not going to be perfect. As smart as I am with research and read all that kind of stuff, I am dumb at directions. My husband gets so upset at me, like, girl, like I don't know what to tell you. And the crazy thing is, I'm good with spatial reasoning on paper. You know, the little test that you have to take. You can put the cube together. You know, that's separating and stuff. I can do all that stuff. When it comes to driving around town, so we're all silly at something, right? And that's the cool thing about, I don't know, that's the cool thing about men and women. Because we are so different, men teach us something, and then hopefully we have something to teach the men as well. So hopefully you don't drop her for that. Maybe that's something that you guys can do together. You can read the Bible together. That way she knows. It was David. Yeah, that would have been funny too. But all right, y'all. So I'm not gonna hold y'all too long. I know we've been on here for like 3 hours, which I really, really enjoy. You said, no, I dropped her because she started cursing me out afterward. Oh, man. Okay, well, next one, hopefully. Hopefully. That's too funny. But yeah, this time next week, I hope to see y'all on here again. I know people got to get to bed, get to work in the morning. Again, I'm going to try to start that next segment next week. So for those who want to, can read through the Bible with me. That way we can answer questions together and kind of go through that. We'll still have our Take Me Down a Rabbit Hole on Sundays at 7. Seems like it's a good time working out, and yeah. And then again, new video will be on, I don't know what it's going to be titled, but it'll be pretty much on the maritime law and the Constitution and how we're under a corporation and all that kind of stuff. And then, of course, on the Patreon, we are definitely discussing some exclusive things. We've been pretty much bringing Jay-Z's mess to light and connecting the dots with that and some other lawsuits and stuff we've been hearing. So that's all that's going on here. I hope to see you guys next week and talk to you soon. Thank you all for showing up, each and every one. See you next week. Bye.